Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, since it's New Year's Eve and 2020 is over, I'm going to do my top 10 series I've seen slash movies I've seen in 2020. They don't have to be in 2020, mainly because, well, a lot of things got delayed and were canceled this year. So, um, alright, let's get into it. At number 10, we got Bloodfather, which came out in 2016, but I finally saw it this year. Man, what an awesome little action movie. And Mel Gibson, which I'm a big Mel Gibson fan myself. Yeah, that was a really awesome movie I discovered on Netflix the first half of the year. Yeah, it was a great movie. It was about him saving his daughter from some gangsters that were from Mexico, and Me- and yeah, it was a good movie. I give it an easily 9 out of 10, and that was at number 10 on my list. At number 9 is the new Christmas Chronicles Chapter 2. I was surprised by it. I thought it wasn't going to be as good as it was, but it was also a great movie. I was really impressed with everyone who came back from the first one, and yeah, it wasn't as good as the original, but it was still a good movie. I usually give it a 9 out of 10. But yeah, it was a pretty good movie, and that's why it's number 9. And number 8 is a movie I saw that came out last year, but I finally saw it this year, was Fighting with My Family. Great story about true story about Paige and how she came to be from England, from a nobody to basically starting the women's movement in WWE. She's I'm a big pro wrestling fan, and I like seeing the story about her having the Rock, and it was pretty cool. And yeah, it was definitely one of my favorites that I finally saw. So it's at number 8 on the list, and it also gets it gets actually 9.5 out of 10. I give it. Next up is the next up is the first anime on the list, and it's the Seven Deadly Sins. It was the anime that got me back into anime just this summer. It's not the best anime I've seen, but it's still a good anime. It takes place in like medieval England, and all the like creatures and stuff are going along. Yeah, I was really impressed with it. One of the things that got me back in anime, so had to be on the list. The only season I didn't care for season two. It's kind of like a why'd you even make a season two if it's only 4 episodes long and it doesn't even continue the story. So Seven Deadly Sins is easily at number 8 on the list. No, 7 on the list, and yeah. Oh, I give it a rating of like I give it for an anime. I give it an A. It's not the best, but it's still pretty good. Next on the list is Evangelion from the Rebuild series 2.22. Ever since I saw the anime back in November, I wanted to see the movie so badly. And the two I've seen so far, the second one, it was an awesome animated movie. Anime movie. Evangelion's easily my favorite anime of all time right now. And the Rebuild series is not as good as the anime was, but it's still a pretty good series, I thought. Yeah, and I really did like the 2.22 was by far the better of the two movies I've seen, and I usually give it 9.5 out of 10. It was a good movie. And number 5 is 1917. I reviewed it as my first movie review, so I'll send the link for that one after this. But yeah, it came out last year, but I finally saw it this year, and it was easily one of my favorite movies of this year that I've seen. And so I had to put it on this list and up the top 5. So great movie. Easy to give it 9.8 out of 10. Yeah. Next up, at number 4, easily my favorite one easily one of my favorite things I saw this year. The Mandalorian season 2. I'm a big Star Wars nerd. I'll eventually do a the review of both seasons of Mando and the movies, but we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, Mandalorian season 2. Really happy with it. Boba Fett was awesome. Ahsoka was awesome. It's just what a great series. And with Luke Skywalker at the end, it's definitely one of my favorite things that came out this year. And that, and I gave it an A plus. By far one of my favorite series I saw this year. And number three, back to Evangelion, but this time it's the original Neon Genesis series. Great anime. I really fell in love with it. There's some parts that are kind of wonky, but it's just a storytelling. Plus, the director of Evangelion did my favorite Godzilla, one of my favorite Godzilla movie, one of my favorites, Shin Godzilla, and yeah, Neon Genesis Evangelion is just a great anime from the '90s, and I'm so glad I discovered it this year. It easily gets an A. I give it an A plus as well. You know, there's some of it that's kind of wonky, but I still think it's an awesome anime. Number two, it's movie I discovered because of my mom. I can only imagine what an awesome story. It's about the man Mercy Me and the son. I can only imagine. It's just a great movie. I did definitely do a movie review of this one too. My favorite movie of the year. Yeah, it gets a to me it gets a 10 out of 10. It was a good movie. Only Christian movie I really seen before, but I thought it was pretty good. And then number one is by far my favorite thing I saw this year is Hell on Wheels. Great old western series. It was in ABC, but I saw it on Netflix, and I'm so glad I heard about it because it's a great series. By far my favorite thing I saw this year. Uh, it's just a great show. I haven't liked the show this much since Sons of Anarchy. Um, so yeah, those are my top 10 favorites of the year, and please subscribe and comment and like, and I'll put the link of my first movie review on this video. You should probably see it now somewhere on the screen, but um, I'll talk to you guys later and see you guys in the next video. Bye.